Scorpio, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your reading for the rest of the year. This includes the end of November and December. We're going to take a look at your overall general energy, what you may not see coming, and get some important advice from Spirit. Let me get comfortable here. You know what's interesting is I've got some pre-shuffled oracle messages here for you, and I was sitting with the energy, which I've been trying to do for this batch for people. And there is such a Scorpio energy bouncing off these cards that it made me kind of bashful. I felt a little bashful. This first card is the Forest Fairy. And if you can see here, this is a look a Scorpio would give you. This look says, I may look innocent on the outside, but I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly where I'm going, and you should follow me. So I don't know why, but that's what I got from this card. That there's something that you're being led and guided toward during this period of time. It is, yes, it's about lightening up the energy and being playful, but also there's something deeply mystical because this is a fairy, and the fairy realm is full of all kinds of magical possibilities. Because right next to the Forest Fairy, I'm going to read what the card says too in a moment, is a mystical door. So there is some sort of unknown pathway, portal, entry point, gateway going on that you were being led and guided toward. It feels otherworldly to me. I mean, take a deep look at this and see what you get from it. It feels like some sort of enchanting, enticing opportunity. We'll leave it at that. I'm not sure what. It's like she's leading you where you're supposed to go. And all she's asking of you is to be open and to drop the armor and set yourself free. And just go with it. That's what I'm hearing. Just go with it. All right. I cannot wait to see what the tarot brings after this opener. I'm going to read you what the card says. Forest Fairy, allow your playful and enchanting spirit to guide you on your journey. She's bringing out a side of you, Scorpio. My daughter gives me this look all the time, y'all. It's that I want something and I know how to manipulate you, but in a really good way, y'all. I mean, I love her dearly. She's 13. She knows exactly what kind of look to give me, and we help each other. She doesn't take advantage of my unconditional love for her as her mother. But Scorpios, you have this look about you where you can just see right through somebody. And you know exactly what to give them to get what you want. And don't tell me you don't. We're being honest here. I know. And then we have the mystical door. Explore new possibilities with curiosity and openness. See? So you see what I'm saying? You catch what I'm dropping here? Playful, enchanting, curiosity, and openness. So let's see what this mystical door is bringing you at the end of the year. Ooh, this looks like a really cool opportunity, whatever it is. Let's see. I've been doing the light seers just because I have learned more about the imagery. So I'm going to stay with that lane here. Let's call Spirit in. Thank you, Spirit. Y'all are like the wild card. Whatever I read for you, it is literally the wild card of the deck. You, Scorpios, you know it. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Scorpio today. I'm laughing because... yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to share with you. But I did see a beautiful rainbow this morning, taking my daughter into school. So there is magic afoot today. I'm reading on, what is today? Oh, today's the 22nd. If you all have been doing the ceremony with me for 11/11, today's the day you burn the paper. Got it right here. I'm burning it after I do my readings. Oop. Well, there she goes. There goes my wish. There she goes. Oops. Oh my God. Y'all, I'm just going to go with it. See, I told you, you're flustering me. There's something happening you could be getting flustered by something in a good, positive way. I don't know what this is. Someone could be looking right through you, setting their eyes on you, putting a spell on you. Are you putting a spell on somebody? Ooh, that's what I'm hearing, that song. I put a spell on you, but the Annie Lennox version. Check that one out. It's kind of an energy I'm getting. Okay, let's see. Current energy. Lord help me this reading. Dear God. Great goddess. Let's ground. Current energy, Scorpio. Current energy. Watch the Ten of Swords come out. Ooh, what is this? This is a bunch. We're going to go with it. There's 3 here. We have Death, Temperance, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. There you are, Scorpio, walking into Sag season. I mean, seriously, literally. I think you are, this could be kind of a culmination point for you because it's almost like everything's been leading to Sagittarius season. Interesting, isn't it? There's something that is almost like a predestined, I'm getting mile marker kind of energy vibe where it's like you were supposed to be right here at this place at this time in your life, like a destiny point. There's some sort of destiny point in Sag season for you Scorpios out there. You've been slowly but surely walking towards something that is going to unfold in this season. In this bridge, it's happening right now. I mean, you're literally right where you're supposed to be when you find this reading. You're supposed to be right here, right now. Interesting. This is going to be a magical reading, y'all. I mean, we just got like the strongest message possible from Scorpio to Sag with you smack dab in the middle, taking your time, planting seeds, something that you have been working toward that maybe you've been waiting a long time for. It's coming in. Sag season. End of year. Okay. We're going to go from the top. Now let's see what's going up. See, I told you there's something playful, something curious. And what do we have? Someone is bringing on the charm, the romance. This is a external energy. It could be somebody that you've been dealing with. It could be somebody new. There's love that's in the air. This is definitely a love in the air kind of vibe because I wanted to blush this entire reading so far. I feel the energy that you all are going to be embarking on. So you could be flirting with an idea, right? Knight of Cups doesn't necessarily have to be with a person. You could be flirting with an extravagant, exotic trip, an exotic experience, something that's tantalizing to the senses, something that's going to remind you that you are in a physical body here to enjoy your life. This is the overall general energy. Who got this? Was it, you know what? You could be dealing with a Sag, I want to say, or was it Leo? One of the readings I did was like romanticizing your life. It was either Leo or Sag. It was a fire sign for sure. I don't know why I'm bringing that up, so it might be relevant to some of you. All right, so we have the 4 of Cups in your career sector. I'm doing things a little differently for this spread. I wanted to separate career with love. So we have the 4 of Cups indicating that you might have weathered some disappointments and you're trying to get out of any kind of melancholy. You could be daydreaming at work, thinking about doing something else than what you're doing, feeling... I mean, 4 of Cups can sometimes be a negative way of looking at something. I'm getting more of an overall feeling of disappointment here. And Spirit's trying to offer you a helping hand. I mean, literally that rainbow that I saw this morning. Like, come on. Cheer up, Buttercup. That's what this is. Cheer up, Buttercup, at work. If you've been down about something, it might even be affecting your work productivity. I don't know if I've mentioned this to you, but I'm hearing when I read my daughter a book when she was little called, God, what was it called? It was basically a fish who had lost his color. He had these beautiful, vibrant scales, and because he wasn't like opening up, and he didn't feel like he was connecting with the people around him. So in this case, it would be you don't necessarily feel like you found your tribe at work, and you feel kind of like a loner or an outsider in your career. And he was a pout fish with a pout face, and he was spreading his dreary wearies all over the place. Not that you are, but like there's something that you're bringing a vibe. This could be somebody around you bringing a vibe. It doesn't have to be you. It's just the strongest incoming energy in your career where there's like a Debbie Downer type of vibe. Because I heard that song when I pulled the card. Because look, she's down. So something might have got you down at work. We'll see what that's about. We're going to clarify that in a moment. Now let's look at your love life. The Hermit. Okay, so some of you have been single. And even if you are with someone, there's this need I just need like to be in my own energy bubble. You know, we all know what it's like when we're in a relationship and we just want to have our alone time, you know, to be with ourselves and to contemplate the meaning of life or deal with whatever we're trying to process at work. Because obviously something's hitting you at work and you may be dealing with it on your own, communing with spirit. You are communing with spirit when it comes to romance for whatever reason. We're going to get into why. Now, I'm sorry. I should have left these up here. That's what it's for. I keep forgetting that I brought this back out so you can have them here. And you can get messages from them throughout the reading. Now, let's go into the immediate future. Yeah, Two of Cups. There is definitely a movement towards sharing your heart more so. It could be with others in general or another person where that's your immediate future is going to have more of this, like more of the love tribe vibe. Like the experience and the exchange of me, right? That's you. I'm saying me as in you. I give love, I get love back. The more I open up, the more people are opening up to me. Vulnerable, shared, safe love. That's where your future is heading. With whom, I do not know. We're going to clarify that. Now, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Hierophant, and we have the Lovers with the Magician underneath that. Interesting. So what's hiding in the shadows here is that you are manifesting. You are powerfully manifesting something. And Spirit, I've just heard, be careful the thoughts you think. Be careful the energy you want to put into your manifestations at this time because you are in a very powerful, magical energy here where you're going through a mystical doorway with fairy medicine alongside you, which those sprightly vibes really, it's like drop the old cloak of your past experiences. They're not going to serve you going through this doorway. It's time to begin anew. It's time to have a fresh perspective on your life. It's time to open up, Scorpio. That's what I'm getting. Because you have an opportunity to invest in what looks like, for those of you who are single, a potential commitment or a commitment to spreading the love out in the world, shining your light. This is a very strong, I'm telling you, I keep hearing love tribe vibe. Love tribe vibe. Do you want to be part of the love tribe vibe? Do you want to continue to hermit alone? Or the feeling of isolation, even when you've got a ton of people around you? There's something that I'm feeling like you've been kind of hibernating emotionally, whether you have people around you or not. And you have an opportunity towards the end of the year to break free from that. Maybe you've had to cocoon yourself for a little while for whatever reason, but there's something that's going to be drawing you out. Something, right? Now I'm like, I thought of Cocapelli. There's some sort of like, you're hearing like, I hear a flute. Where is that coming from? And then you're just trying to find, where did that flute come from? And then you arrive in the scene. You're like, wow, I was led and guided here. So there's some sort of decision that you're going to be making around whether you want to invest in something. I see strong Scorpio, Sagittarius energy, strong Gemini, Taurus energy here. We have Aries. We have a lot of players showing up here as far as the energy. So this could be affecting a lot of people because we are still in Scorpio season. Actually, today I think is the day. I think we're in Sag season. I really do. We're at that bridge. We are literally at the doorway between Scorpio and Sag season right now. Interesting. And that's what came out. There is something that's going to unfold because this is what you don't see coming, where you're going to have an opportunity to invest in something. Maybe a new connection, maybe deepening the connection, maybe really committing to pouring your heart and soul into someone. How about that? Oops, I got a puffy. I'm going to just roll up the sleeves here. Putting me to work here. All right. I also have a quick little announcement while I'm shuffling that I am starting to do. Yes, I'm doing it. I wish I could come up with a word for this. It's 3 times a month, whatever that is. It's not bi-weekly. Is it tri-weekly? Is that tri-weekly? Anyway, I'm going to be doing the first third, the second third, and the last third of the month, doing short and sweet weekly check-ins. But I can't possibly do every 7 days, so I'm doing every 10 days. So the 1st through the 10th, the 11th through the 20th, and so on. I'm going to be doing readings. So how about that? I'm excited about that. Short and sweet, help you out. It's going to be more circumstantial about what's going on, what you can anticipate throughout each month. That was my goal by the beginning of 2025, was to start putting out more than the monthly, mid-monthly. Okay. What's going on with this Knight of Cups? Is this someone coming towards you, offering you romance, asking you out for some of you, or someone that you've been dealing with that is bringing on the charm at the end of the year? Scorpio. Ooh, 10 of Wands. They want me to keep going there. 10 of Wands, 4. There's that 4 of Cups. Emperor. Okay, I'm going to read this. This feels like we're turning into a love reading here, because we have the 2 of Cups, we have the Lovers, we've got the Knight of Cups, we've got the Hierophant. These are all very strong love tribe vibe, but I'm going to try and keep it to people who are non-romantic inclined, the couples out there, or situationships out there, and singles, okay? That's what it feels like. Knight of Cups energy, end of year, next 6 weeks. Singles, you're trying to take control of staying open in your heart to the idea of love, despite a lot of disappointment in the love department. And it's hard, y'all. I know it's hard, because you've gotten discouraged on the path when it comes to finding a match. Maybe even someone who is romantic or wants to be romantic. Maybe you're bored, right? For those of you who are in a couple situationship, you could be bored. You could be literally like, I am bored because I'm not feeling the romance here, and that happens. It does happen over periods of time where you have to freshen it up, bring in that new love energy into an existing connection. So I'll show you here. The 10 of Wands came out first, was it's time to drop whatever burden you've been carrying when it comes to love coming towards you. And yes, I know you've been disappointed, either in this person who could have again, we have strong Aries presence here. We have 2 cards for Aries. Someone who maybe, you put a lot of your faith in, who has disappointed you. For people who are not interested in romance, you're trying to find the spark again in your life, and you're trying to find something to inspire you, something that speaks to you. You are like, that's it. I need to turn the page. I need to either freshen up my look, freshen up my house, freshen up my life, because I just want to feel alive again. And you got to drop whatever burden so you can, turn that energy from disappointment to hope. All right. That's that energy right there. You have the power, in other words, to see things differently this month, however difficult that it may be. Let's go into your career. Some of you have a work-love situation here too, I'm seeing, because the 4 of Cups is in your career, and you have the 4 of Cups in the overall general energy with the Emperor, which could be someone who is in a higher position than you, or is a leader in your work environment. You could have a crush. Knight of Cups could be a crush energy, and you don't know if they like you. This is also someone crushing on you, and they don't know if you like them. It's that whole, I'm curious. Is this going to turn into anything? Kind of questioning. Ooh. Now we have the King of Cups. This is about finding what you love to do. Oh, wow. I'll tell you what, there's something going on in your career that is really stifling and hurting you. Some of you are putting in so much heart into work, and the people around you, I'm getting like a daughter calls them baddies. We used to call them mean girls when I was growing up. But you might have people you're working alongside that you just feel like, these are not my people, and I am tolerating this, but I don't know how much more I can tolerate. You might have people who are unloading a lot on you at work because you're the one who brings that cup of love in. Like, oh, well, so-and-so can help me today, be my counselor, my therapist, my cheerleader, my everything. And I think that leaves you feeling like you can't even do your job. And it's hard. And if this has nothing to do with other people, this could be you trying to find a way out in your career. And you might feel like this, to me, feels like I'm trapped and I feel guilty about making any changes. There are people who maybe depend on me, who rely on me, and I don't know if I can even make the moves that I want to make. Others of you, if this is a crush, some of you this is, you're like, I'm crushing. I have feelings for this person that I work with or for, and I'm putting myself in a situation where my hands are tied, right? If it's unethical, that's only going to speak to a small percentage of you. Some of you are looking at a situation going, this is unethical and we can't do it. Because, let's face it, a big part of our lives are spent at work. And there's a lot of workplace drama that happens. And I don't really talk about it a lot here, but I wanted to separate the two. Y'all let me know what you think about having, I usually do opportunity challenge and just see what happens in it. But I really wanted to get a distinction between these two big parts of our lives, which really is our career and our love life are huge. And then I see family life too, kind of peppered in depending on the cards. So anyway, something's breaking your heart at work. And I don't know, it's because you don't want to do what you're doing, or you don't want to be where you're working, or you're dealing with people that are making you feel emotional, stuck, and hurt. But you have an opportunity, like I said, to take control, to drop the burden, and to take charge of your life and do what you love. That's that overall general energy influencing your career. So that's your advice. All right, now let's go into your love life. Why are you hermiting? What is this hermit energy, Scorpio? Why do you feel so isolated and alone, whether you're with someone or not? We have the Page of Pentacles sideways. You're not sure you want to do something, but you're not sure if you should. Ooh, Two of Swords. You're coming out of some sort of blocked energy. Someone may have blocked the energy around you. You just feel stuck. There's definitely a stuck energy here, Scorpio. You're trying to free yourself at the end of the year. Oh, yeah, hell, you really are. Good God. I'm telling you, there either is a very strong limiting belief, I'm going to be alone, I'm never going to meet the love of my life, or I'm forever bound to this and I don't know how to get out. This person needs me, relies on me. There's some sort of story you're telling yourself that it's almost like you want to make some serious changes. You do. This is your helping hand right here. Spirit saying, you can choose. You can choose. Wow, Scorpio. Your Scorpio season hasn't been very easy. The energy has really slowed down the last, we'll say, couple weeks for you. And that might be what's bothering you, is that everything that because you are wrapping up a cycle, beginning another one, and that's when you have to face everything that happened in the previous year. And you could be looking at everything and going, I'm not really happy with the results. And you know what? It's time for me to take charge of myself. If you want more of a feeling of romanticism, it's up to you to bring that to the table and not stay so silent. There's something around your silence that now it's starting to shut you down. This is being shut down in some sort of situation. You could be dealing with a very unhealthy dynamic. I mean, whenever I see this in the love department, anytime the devil shows up, it's an unhealthy attachment to someone or an ideal or a belief, and it's affecting you and your ability to keep your heart open. I see like you have a way out, but it's going to require you to make a decision. You could be crippled with indecision too around it. Should I, make this decision? Should I make this change? Whatever it is you're considering. I do see like a relief valve headed towards the future here, because this feels like very stuck energy and you holding in a lot of what you're feeling in multiple aspects of your life here. Because we have the Four of Cups covering up in your career, the Four of Cups covering in the overall general energy, and the Two of Swords, which is like there's some sort of like heavy burden of you feeling a bit stuck on your path. And Spirit is saying you can set yourself free anytime, Scorpio, but you're going to have to make some important decisions. Some of you, you feel stuck and alone, and you haven't been able to find the partner. Some of you feel stuck in your career. Whatever your stuck place is, I want to see where this relief is going. King of Swords. Yeah, it's time to make some wise decisions, to be logical. I feel like you've had a lot of highs and lows the last few weeks in your emotions, and some things that maybe you're not even expressing to anyone that you're keeping inside because of the Hermit. It's like the more you suppress, yeah, that's what I'm getting. You're suppressing something. I don't know what. You could be going out and everyone thinks you're fine, but inside there's something you're holding in that wants to come out. And it really is this playful, lighthearted, like I feel alive and free. Maybe you don't feel free. Is that what this is, Scorpio? Let me see. Yeah, some of you, it's because there's been a lot of argumentativeness in a connection or argumentativeness with others. People that you call your love tribe, that you're trying to learn from. Goodness me, yeah. I'll tell you what, Scorpio, y'all are going through something right now. Because we're here right now in this. We have the Seven of Wands, the Five of Swords, over the Two of Cups. I'm going to take these two sideways. The Nine of Cups and the Fool. You desperately want a new beginning. And I'll tell you, it's either a new beginning, you want a new love to enter your life, and you feel that you miss that partnership energy, you miss the affection, you miss the intimacy. There's something around emotional intimacy that you are showing me everywhere that you're not getting. And I want to encourage you, Scorpio, that it's very important that you give that to yourself. So if you have a program running in your mind about being critical of yourself, about the decisions you've made, about where you are judging yourself, where you are right now, that needs to stop. Because it looks like it's impacting everything. I feel like there's some sort of net over this reading that you've got or like a bird in a cage type of vibe, where you literally have the opportunity to take a stand tall, stand proud, guard and protect your energy, and take a risk. This is about taking risks in life. You know what? You take a risk, and if it doesn't work out, at least you took a risk. Whether that's you apply for new jobs, or you sign up for that trip and go on that retreat and you don't know a soul and it's terrifying you. This is like do the thing that scares you, because you actually may just find yourself in a magical new beginning. Imagine new beginning, new chapter, whatever you want to call it. New energy, fresh, fun, innocent, open. It's time to leave the cage, right? There's always been a key outside that door, but you've got to reach and turn the key and open yourself and free yourself. This feels like that kind of energy. Only you can set yourself free. And I see that, but you're going to have to take a stand. It's almost like if you're not speaking up for what you deserve, and I will say this about the Two of Cups, if you don't feel wanted, respected, and truly loved, then you need to take a cold, hard look at whatever you're putting your energy toward when it comes to a bond. And if you feel like that's what you've learned that you will never forsake again, it is worth the wait, my friends, to not settle for anything less than that. So if you're having situations that aren't launching past this romance, Knight of Cups, and you're daydreaming at work about when is that, I'm kind of heartbroken because that person, I still don't feel like I've met them yet, and will I ever? You're getting discouraged on the path, and we all go through this. And I'm glad this came out, because this is life. This is the journey of life. We're going to have highs and lows, peaks and valleys. And I think you're looking for that peak experience. But sometimes you got to show spirit, like, You got to rip some sort of Band-Aid off, whether it's in your mind and a limiting belief, or whether it's literally looking at what's really happening in your life and what you've committed to and what you're trying to break free from. I want to go now into this new opportunity. There's some sort of fresh energy coming into your spiritual work, your commitment to romanticizing your life. I'm seeing a big turn. Now we have the 10 of Cups sideways. So we're going from the 9 to the 10, but the 9 of Cups was sideways too. It's like there's some sort of uncertainty in your life at this time. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit the mic. Around a situation. 3 of Cups. Interesting. Ooh, you know what? A lot of you... Interesting. I'm getting a really interesting vibe here, Scorpio. I just got 3 beautiful cards, but they all came out sideways. Do you have a crush on somebody, or does somebody have a crush on you? This is crush energy. You got somebody who you're either daydreaming about somebody or somebody's daydreaming about you. I see crush energy. This feels like crush energy to me. We're friends, but is there something here? What did I hear the other day? It's like you could have someone who's been in your life for a long time and you never saw them that way. I think it was David, he teaches Kabbalah. He's got a new podcast, but he was talking about how you could have someone around you for years and you never really saw them in that light, but then you both reach a certain energy and then suddenly you see them in a totally different light. And there could be someone around you, or you could feel this way about someone in your life. I'm getting for some of you, not everyone, that you have a crush, or someone has a crush on you, and you could have this person in your life who's a friend. And there's something going on here that you're realizing, wow, this could be a romantic energy. Some sort of romantic energy is going to take you by surprise by year's end. And it's either a friend that comes in as a friend, or it's in an existing connection, and you're going to have that talk that we need to address the elephant in the room. There's been a lot of unhealthy feelings of emotional distance and isolation, and I'm biting my tongue, and I don't want to feel alone. You know, I've often had this energy in my relationships where I don't want to upset the apple cart and make waves. It's all status quo, but inside I'm feeling all these things I'm holding in. And you can only do that for so long before it has to be let out. It doesn't feel good. So I really want to encourage you to open up and express the things that you're kind of shutting down, because it makes you shut down. It makes you not connecting to yourself when you do that. It's actually a disservice to yourself. And then it becomes a disservice to the connection you're dealing with. Someone could be doing this around you. It doesn't mean it's you. So, Scorpio, I see a big shift in the energy here, and you don't see it coming. You have a love offer coming in that may take you by surprise for some of you. Someone that maybe you had high hopes for. Maybe there was a false start here. There's some sort of something that's been bothering you or festering underneath the surface. And what looked like maybe a new beginning that didn't take off in the past, or a friendship that was only a friend zone. I'm seeing a shift and a dating experience that could be the very first start of something that could lead to a long-term commitment here. This is very interesting because it's like you're like, you could be feeling kind of stuck right now in between Scorpio and Sag season, and everything has slowed down, and you're like, I feel like though there's something coming. Well, you're right. There is. And I think it's a surprise offer. A surprise offer from a friend or somebody that you may have unfinished business with, or someone you're dealing with. And they could say, you know what's going on, Scorpio? Like, you're not yourself. We need to talk. And then you're going to maybe go out on this lovely date. Maybe you'll go out to a nice dinner, or, and that you're going to feel like that, that attraction again. There's some sort of spark that's kind of left the building here, whether you're single or not, and you want it back. And for those of you who don't care about romance, this is you really finding happiness at the end of the year and staying committed to your spiritual work and finding so much emotional fulfillment in celebrating with all of your loved ones. So whether you're single, ready to mingle, dealing with frustration and a commitment, or you want to be alone, I see that there's a lot of emotional fulfillment ahead. But really get honest with yourself and whatever limiting belief that feels like you may not even be aware of how it's disconnecting you from the opportunity to have fun experiences, come what may. You may be too worried about the consequences and not even trying when you don't even know, right? You don't even know. My goodness, I think it's been a long-winded one, but you know what? That's what the monthly and mid-monthlies are for. So the short content's coming soon, y'all. Thank you for obliging me and my long-windedness. Definitely going through some highs and lows here, but I see a very strong peak experience coming in and you being cautiously optimistic in a situation. Someone's making you a love offer. Don't stay down, right? No more pout fish. All right, Scorpio, there's something coming in. Someone who's going to take charge of the situation. For those of you who dealt with somebody and it didn't launch and you haven't been talking, something's shifting. Hermit, this is your advice. Sun in reverse. Ooh. Yeah. This is you being shut down, disconnected. And Spirit is saying you got to shine a light into the parts of yourself that you are denying. It literally is you saying, I'm fine, when you're not. I'm happy. Everything's fine. No. Yeah. Ooh. You know, I will say this for some of you, there could be a third party situation at play. Because we have the Three of Swords. Whenever I see all these threes. So there could be. I mean, I'm not seeing the Empress. Sometimes, you know, when I get strong indication of 3. But you could be, some of you are upset that you have a friend. Some of you had a falling out with a friend. But this does feel like someone that you're friends with that maybe you want more with, or you or someone else is stuck in a third party situation. There's been a lot of valuable spiritual lessons here, Scorpio. Whatever has made you unhappy, it's served some sort of deepening of your connection with yourself. But it's time to get outside and play, right? Go out and play. Enjoy the end of the year, okay, sweethearts? Because life is to be enjoyed. It really is. You've gone through maybe a downward phase, but you're coming out of it at year's end. It's time for a new journey, sweethearts. I can feel it. It's time to open up again. If you've been healing, it's time to open up again. All right, we have surrender to receive and see beyond the past. Exactly. Yeah. Let's see what these have to say. Surrender to receive. Yeah. Yeah. There's like, you've got this fortress around your heart. And I feel like it's starting to bleed over into every day, everywhere you go. And Spirit's like, come on now. And you may not even be aware of it. It's there beneath the surface. 2. Otter. Yeah, and Otter is about safe, supported love. Otter teaches us about the feminine power of reception through surrender. In the sea, Otter is often floating on her back, stomach open to the sky, receiving the sun. This is an extremely vulnerable position. To be free from worry and not distracted by what may lurk in the dark waters below is a liberated state of being. The medicine of this card directly asks you to be patient, accept uncertainty, fully trusting that you will be taken care of no matter what. Be wary of the mind chatter, insisting that you need to know the outcome now. I tell you, there's been some sort of disappointment and a need to be patient here. In between Scorpio and Sagittarius, and I swear to you, by the end of the year, something major is going to shift, especially around what you feel stuck in. It's everywhere I look. Accept uncertainty, fully trusting that you will be taken care of no matter what. Be wary of the mind chatter, insisting that you need to know the outcome now. Universal law does not resonate with the ego's desperate need for instant gratification. Something is waiting to be received, but it can only be accepted if you open and allow it. When you are open to receiving, you become a magnet for that which you seek. What is the expectation or problem you are holding on to so tightly? Imagine that issue as a tightly closed fist. When you unclench your fist, your open palm is able to receive what life has in store for you. Let go of the need to control what you cannot control. Surrender the idea of how you need the outcome to look. Otter's power in the sea is her sensual flexibility. She bends and yields with the currents, allowing the moment to unfold without forcing it into the box of limited human perception. Otter swims in the dark, mysterious sea of the unknown. It is here that she receives all her nourishment. Otter's medicine is to surrender and swim with the current of uncertainty and receive something far greater than your immediate and limited desires. Interesting. I want to read this one too. See beyond the past. I think it's going to help you because this is what's been lingering. The Black Swan. The Black Swan. God, that was an intense movie, wasn't it? Whoo, that was intense. Never forget that one, right? Natalie Portman. The fable of the ugly duckling tells of a baby swan that nested with baby ducks. All the ducks made fun of little swan for how different he looked, which made him feel inherently not good enough. Little swan compared himself to what a duck should look like rather than own the nature of his true self, a swan. Sadly, little swan began to assume the identity of the ugly duckling. As time went on, little swan grew and became the most beautiful black swan, and some would even say more magnificent than the common ducks that bullied him. This card is a story of what happened to the black swan as an adult. Reflected in the water is his heartbroken child self. Despite how gorgeous Black Swan became, he suffered from severe shame and feelings of unworthiness. He could not see the glorious truth of himself. He became crippled by the delusion that something was inherently wrong with him. He believed a wicked distortion that diminished his worth. He was utterly aware of his captivating beauty and could honor neither himself nor the gifts the great mystery bestowed upon him. He became obsessed with outside validation and compared himself to other winged creatures. The ugly duckling finally woke up to his true self as the beautiful black swan and asked you to do the same. Swan's medicine asks you to accept that you feel your insecurities but do not submit to them. Whenever you feel small, it is not reality. It is the old story and the programming that brainwashed you. Please wake up from the illusion and honor what the Great Spirit gifted you. The gift of yourself. No one in the world is like you, Scorpio. Own that you are a rare miracle. Wow. I feel you, you all. I do. I feel you. I feel all. It's been an emotional time for you. Scorpio season into Sag season. You've been feeling everything. Acutely, deeply. And it's really time for you to surrender, to receive, and to stay open and playful, and to see beyond the painful past. All right, see beyond it. Take care.